كل كفار أثيم إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وأقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وذروا ما بقي من الربا إن كنتم مؤمنين فإن لم تفعلوا فأذنوا بحرب من الله ورسوله وإن تبتم فلكم رؤوس أموالكم لا تظلمون ولا تظلمون وإن كان ذو عسرة فنظرة إلى ميسرة وأن تصدقوا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون واتقوا يوما ترجعون فيه إلى الله ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. صدق الله العظيم. Verse 276 of Baqarah. يمحق الله الربا ويربي الصدقات. Translation: Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wipes out al-riba, interest and usury, ويربي الصدقات, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases sadaqat, charity. This a person cannot understand if they have the lens of capitalism. If you have the lens of capitalism, if you have the lens of materialism, then a person cannot understand this ayah, or for that sake, deen in general, Islam. A person won't be able to understand the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The philosophy of deen cannot be understood unless seen through the lens of the Sunnah, unless seen through the lens of the Quran. يَمْحَقُ اللَّهُ الرِّبَا. A person sees that I'm giving a loan of 100,000, at the end I'm getting 150,000. To him that's increasing, that doesn't wipe out, there's nothing being lost there. Yurbi sadaqat, how does that make sense? Someone's asking me $100, another organization comes, another 1,000, then the madrasa, then the masjid, then these people, everyone's asking. It's leaving my pockets. Every time I'm seeing it's going lesser and lesser. So how does the Quran justify this? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wipes it out. And how does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase generosity? Yani we work at a different wavelength. It's not the physical dollar that leaves the pocket, and it's not the physical dollar that comes into the pocket. That is not our criteria or gauge of increase or decrease. Criteria for increase and decrease is ultimately عند Allah. This is an investment. Now let's understand it again somewhat in the light of capitalism, just so that we can understand. And a person starts a business and then all of a sudden he doesn't have $1 million profit. What does he have to do? Investment. That first investment, that's no longer there, it's gone. Right? Only once that goes, then something can come back. You invest $100 into your business, you're not going to get too much. You're going to invest 1,000, still not too much. Once you start investing 6, 7 digits, then you see the returns. Then you see that much profit, more profit. The more you put in, the more comes in, the more profit. We're talking again capitalism. Now in that light, just so that we can understand sadaqat as well. That you put in sadaqat here, then you get more over there. That's the investment. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yurbi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives, multiplies it. But where do you have to see it in this world? Not necessarily. It could. That's also many times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Sunnah of Allah subhanahu, or many times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives reward of that in this world. That person gives them more in the path of Allah, he gets more. That also happens, but it's not necessary. It is. But the barakat, that's something, the blessing that's there, the reward that is for it, what a person gets in Jannah, that is guaranteed. That there is no shak, no doubt in it, that a person will get. In this world, whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives more of this world, that's besides the point. It could happen. And if it's not given here, that means more of that reward is awaiting the person in the akhirah. Yamhaq Allah, and how does the riba work, the interest being? Although a person feels that there's so much more coming to me, not a penny has been lost, rather I got so much more. But because it's against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not allow for this type of injustice, then in the akhirah, this person will have nothing. This person will see that nothing will help him. So we, in our deen, we work at a different wavelength. Wavelength of barakat, wavelength of barakat and blessings, a wavelength of in the akhirah, the currency which we save for ourselves in the akhirah. So that is what يَمْحَقُ اللَّهُ الرِّبَا وَيُرْبِي الصَّدَقَاتِ, how we should understand it. Allah la yuhibbu kulla kaffarin athim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not love يعني Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't have any temptations of this world that He loves or does not love. يعني Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not reward. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not reward, will not have His Jannah for kulla kaffarin. Kaffar, one meaning can be one who is a very big unbeliever, kaffar. One is kafir, and the extra is kaffar. One is not believing, one is relentlessly not believing. Or it can also mean in this context, kulla kaffarin, everyone who is ungrateful. Kufr also means not having, is the opposite of shukr. The opposite of shukr, thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, gratitude, the opposite of that is also kufr. Yani a person has not fulfilled the shukr of wealth that is given. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you a certain amount, but you, out of your hunger and oppression upon people, want to take more. Means of oppression. That is not showing shukr for what you do have. That is not showing appreciation for what has been given. كُلَّ كَفَّارٍ أَثِيمٍ, a sinner. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those that believe and do أعمال صالحة, good righteous actions, وأقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة, يعني the entirety. أقاموا الصلاة عبادات, آتوا الزكاة, all of the monetary ibadat. لهم أجرهم عند رب, for those people, only for such people, أجرهم عند ربهم. And it's a package. If you have all of this, iman, then أعمال صالحة, and إقام صلاة, all of this is there, then لهم أجرهم عند ربهم. ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. And they shall have no fear, nor will they grieve over anything. Now, if someone قبل الإسلام, as this ayah was revealed, and this is before Islam came, all these ahkam of riba, that was the norm of the market. Even Sahaba, they were involved in the Abbas, etc. قبل الإسلام. So now what do? People owe them interest monies. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وذروا ما بقي من الربا. First, اتقوا الله, that prepares a person for carrying out such a task. اتقوا الله. وَذَرُوا مَا بَقِيَ مِنَ الرِّبَا, leave out whatever remains of riba, إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. What a person, once you get the principal amount back, after that, leave whatever is left. Whatever is left, leave that back. You can take the principal and leave the rest. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا فَأْذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. If you do not follow this command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then know, then be warned of a war against Allah and His Rasul. The very severe words of the Quran Kareem for those that are involved in this type of act. That in Nusul Shari'ah, only two acts that we come across that comes in Quran and Sunnah of Harbun min Allah Rasul. One is this ayah of riba, and the other is the hadith of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Man adali waliyan faqad adantuhu bil harb. That whoever causes harm to my wali, to my friend, من آذالي وليا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whoever torments and whoever gives a hard time, difficulty and harms my wali, my friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who is wali of Allah? Doesn't mean you have to be a big turban and big, anyone can be the wali of Allah, you don't know. فَقَدْ آذَنْتُهُ بِالْحَرْبِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, then I will wage war against that person. So that is one hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then this ayah of Harbin min Allah Rasulih, war against Allah and His Rasul. وَإِن تُبْتُمْ فَلَكُمْ رُؤُوسُ أَمْوَالِكُمْ. If you repent, and you shall, thereafter you can have the principal amount, رُؤُوسُ أَمْوَالِكُمْ, the principal. لَا تَظْلِمُونَ وَلَا تُظْلَمُونَ. This is the justice of Islam, that you shall not oppress someone else, nor shall you be oppressed. If you gave someone a loan, it's your haqq, you can take back the entire amount back. Islam is not going to say, no, just give it to him, it's okay. Yeah, you'll be encouraged. One is that you do charity, sadaqah, that's encouraged. Mustahab is better, a person does that. But will you be forced to do that? No. لا تظلمون ولا تظلمون. Now here is the targhib, the encouragement. وَإِنْ كَانَ ذُو عُسْرَةٍ, if a person is in difficulty and they've taken loan, فَنَظِرَةٌ إِلَى مَيْسَرَةٍ, then give them respect until a time that they can easily pay it off. نَظِرَةٌ إِلَى مَيْسَرَةٍ, then there should be respect for that person. وَأَن تَصَدَّقُوا خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, if you can give it in sadaqah and you forgive the debt, that is even better. إِن كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, if only you know. Now this isn't very easy. I mean, when we're discussing that a person should do this, and when it comes to transactions especially, it's not easy. Definitely. Especially when a person's business is working very well, it's an impermissible business, but it's bringing in so much money. Or any other command for that reason. And a person is not supposed to be doing it, but they're attached to it. And it's not easy to let go of that. It's the nafs is there, the shaitan is there, all these things are involved. But what brings a person back into his senses is this ayah, which is وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا تُرْجَعُونَ فِيهِ. That fear that day you will be returned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you have that consciousness, then, and you are a true believer, then this should be enough to bring you back. That yes, I'm great, getting millions and millions, very nice, I'm driving the best, yes, I'm involved in this and I have all the ladhat and I like this, it's very appeasing to me. But if it's against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I know that I will be returned to Him, and I know that I will be questioned and I have to give an answer, then perhaps it's better that I follow the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا تُرْجَعُونَ فِيهِ ثُمَّ تُوَفَّى كُلُّ نَفْسٍ مَا كَسَبَتْ. Each soul shall be given in full whatever they have attained. Whatever good you've done, you'll be given the good of that. Whatever wrong that person will be has done, then if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives, very well. Otherwise, it is justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the person gets punished. وَهُمْ لَا يُظْلَمُونَ, and they will not be oppressed. There is no oppression in Allah. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us understanding of the Quran.